So we are transmitting. So we are recording.
Right now.
Okay. Well, this is Hans Aguilar, Gloria. Well, we are going to discuss about Dr. John's product case. We need well, we need to discuss this case accordingly to the questions that are here. And let's see the questions, okay? So, for example, the first one says, what do you think of Osher's process for identifying opportunities and building companies? So, what do you think about it? When I was reading the case, I remember that I was saying, "Hey, Dr. Jones is well, Dr. Osher is kind of a genius because it is like he studied, then he became like plumber, taxi driver, and then he started well, as an entrepreneur. And I don't know, it is like, for example, the way he creates his products is interesting. Like, for example, I was thinking why or how he creates a toothbrush and, from what backgrounds. And then I saw that he previously made a kind of a mechanic lollipop for kids.
Yeah, that's right. Hans, are you there?
We can with things like that, with his new ideas. What do you think about it?
Well, I think, as you said, that the experience as an entrepreneur that he has is something. It's a key for the opportunities of building companies. And he has an amazing background in entrepreneurship. He had started a unique in business being a teenager, and after also, like when he was studying at Boston College, he started another business so he could gain more experience. And after, like you said, he was in the baby industries, and he had a lot of success. Also, as you said, his resume is impressive. I think that the degrees that he has achieved help a lot. For example, it says that in Boston University he was studying psychology. So that is something maybe that helped him to realize about the needness of the people, and also being in this program for presidents of small businesses. I think that was a good help also in his pathway as an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
What do you think? What else do you think that it was?
Nice. What was remarkable for me was that, well, I think one of his, well, for me, his like big idea or big company was for an energy crisis, right? Like he observes that the energy prices were growing, were how do you say? Were getting higher, and so he started the Conserve Inc. That is a company. Do you remember that part? That he created jackets with hot water inside. So that was like, wow. a great opportunity, and then and he has success over there, right?
Mhm.
Then when the crisis diminished, then he like thought about the baby products, and he saw that there were no too much innovations for years, so he started a new company. So what I see is, like, once I've heard that a good entrepreneur or a good businessman always try to see what are the needs of the people, what are the needs in his environment, and then he can uh, have a spot, create a solution for people. So I think that's an strong point on Dr. John. When I read this background about him, uh, I started to respect him because at the first time when I read the first terms and for knowing the situation, I thought that Dr. Jones was just a doctor who create a dental product, and that's all. But then I saw that he's like I don't know. I think it is called like serial entrepreneur, like an entrepreneur that creates something and have a good business, and then sell the company, and then creates another thing, and then I think it is called serial entrepreneur because I don't know. I don't know if the idea is clear. So
Mhm. Yeah, I think something that I really like what you said is about that a good entrepreneur has to see and has to realize what are the needs of the people, because in this way you are going to find a bigger market, right?
yeah,
And because, for example, you can have a good product, but if doesn't cover a neatness, or if really there is not a market where you can sell this good product, you are not going to have profit, neither revenue.
oh yeah,
Right?
are you
And
there?
yeah, I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yes.
something else that I can add about the process for identifying opportunities and building companies that Osher had is that something that I like, that while I was reading, it was well, I had a lot of attention in this part. It was that he made a list of the mistakes that he doesn't have in the future.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was very interesting.
Well, like 16
That's right.
mistakes.
So I think that we can learn about that, that in our life we are going to have mistakes, but these are like learning experiences, right? And that we need to take in account and after maybe share with other people, because he was sharing through this document with us. So we can be careful when we are going to start a business. Um, Something else that I thought it was very important for identifying opportunities and building companies, um, it was that he has a passion for creating new businesses, right?
Yeah.
Be-
Yeah.
he's so passionate about that, and you can realize that when you were reading like all the document, and also when you review his resume. It's impressive. This guy at his age, maybe he should have like many companies, he should be like a multimillionaire, but instead of that, instead of saying maybe I'm just going to retire and go home and rest, he
Yeah,
said
he
like,
continues.
yeah. So there is a part in the lecture that says after sitting on the beach for a few years, Osher
Yeah,
became
yeah, I saw it.
restless.
It was
Yeah, so he has something inside of him that help him to continue innovating and looking for opportunities to create new businesses.
Yeah, it's great because it is kind of brave, and it's also, it takes a lot of energy, right, to create something. Because I realized with this case that when you are going to have a new product or develop a new product, like there is a large process that you need to follow. You need to make some research. You need to have prototypes, see what is wrong, what is right. It was nice to read this, and it was nice to learn from Usher. Are you there? Hi, Gloria?
I'm here. What is happening is while you were talking, I put mute to my microphone. So in this way, it's going to work better, this video. So.
Oh yeah. It's okay. Okay.
So maybe you can do the same, and it's going to be helpful.
Yeah, I think so. Oh.
Okay, and we can go maybe to the second question, right?
Yeah. But I was thinking that the second question is, and how does he come up with ideas? I think we were discussing already, right?
Yeah, that's right, because I think the answer is that he was a great observer. He was looking for neatnesses all the time.
Yeah. We have his career, his studies. How does he come up with ideas? Well, because of observations and realizing the needs of the people, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So let's move to third question, maybe?
Yeah, perfect. Okay. It said, is a spin brush a good idea? How does John evaluate opportunities? Of course, it was a good idea. There is a big market. Who doesn't have teeth to clean? There is many people that want to get a better clean smile or want to feel the movement that provide this kind of brush, right? And at the same time, there was many people that could not afford for a brush like this one that it was provided for other companies.
Yes, that's right. I remember when I was a kid, and I saw this kind of stuff. Like it is like the normal brush, in the middle have that mobile. I don't know how to say it. Like the part that makes the motion, and with engine. So I saw it and I was like, hey, I want one. But I didn't know that at the time of Dr. John, there were not that kind of hybrid or two-in-one toothbrush, right? So you had only the normal one, and then you have the other one. That was an entire, I don't know how to say, electrical. So he joined them together because it is like it address the need of two kind of customers, right? One customer wants the normal one because they want to feel how they brush their kids, and the ones who in that was great.
Yep, Osher had learned from his toy experience before, and I think that was the way he evaluated also this opportunity to start this business, because he had the previous knowledge, and also he had this network with some suppliers that could give him like the cheapest prices for what he need to start this business, right, or this product.
Yes, that was what I was thinking, because it mentioned that, well, the same factory that made the lollipops, they also made a spin brush, right? So it was nice. So he had all the background, the contacts, and the knowledge to do this kind of product. It was nice. I think Dr. John is a genius.
Well, also when in this question say like how does John evaluate opportunities, I think that maybe it's talking about okay, the opportunities that he has after starting his business. So he had this idea, he started, but after he had to do some evaluation because he had different pathways. The first one was to get a license, right, to patent the technology of this new brush, or the other one was to sell the company to another firm, business, I don't know, another company. And the other one, the third pathway, could be like just grow out the company and build the company.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
may-
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you
Yes,
listen to me?
right. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So, well, I think it was a difficult decision, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
By the way, what was your position about it?
Okay, my
What
position,
did you?
I think that he needs to get a license to the patent protect technology of a spin brush. And after, maybe he can build the company for 1 or 2 years to be sure that it's going to have a good foundation, this company. And after, just let to the company that is going to buy this brush to manage what is going to happen in the future. But for sure, he should sell the company, because it's in his genes to start new companies. It's in his genes to just looking for new neednesses and create new products or new services. So I don't think that he's going to be too much time like just managing something that he just creates.
I realized something.
What?
That I think we need to talk about this in the
Okay.
So maybe let's move to the fourth one.
Okay.
Okay. So it says, why haven't larger companies already done a spin brush? What do you think?
Why haven't larger companies already done a spin brush? Maybe because they were focused in other products and not in. They didn't see this neatness before, or maybe because they didn't have enough contacts, because they didn't have the previous experience that Dr. John Asher had with the toys, that let him has this network with the people of the East. So maybe that were the reasons, really, because it's just because they didn't see that they could like get a lot of success with this product. I think that. they didn't see the needness right now, like, and it's something that he has seen, and he needs to look for the opportunity to sell this as soon as possible, really, before somebody else do it.
Yes,
Yes,
I was
I was
when you were talking,
um,
I have seen, like, for example, have you heard about the company that is 3M? Hi, Gloria.
Yeah. Sometimes I think that you are listening me, but
Yeah,
you
yeah,
are
okay.
not, because my
Oh, yeah, because Have you heard about the company that is called 3M?
yeah.
The one that produces, I don't know, Scotch Brite, like the Scotch.
Yep.
Do things for, I don't know, for air, for a lot of areas,
Mm-hmm.
and they are always developing products, right?
Yeah.
But there are some other companies on some lines of products, and I think they have like a developing section of in their company. I don't know with which kind of person, scientifics or maybe, but maybe they do not have like too much focus on developing things like 3M. So those kind of companies, I don't know, for example, Gillette has products and they sell a lot, so they focus on that, and they focus on maybe improve their products on their lines, and they have maybe a small section in their company to developing new things, but they do not take special attention to it. So maybe that happened with those companies, because at that time that the engine or the motion, I don't know how to say it, the powered toothbrush were not like didn't have a good a large market, so maybe they were not like that interesting in developing this kind of products, and also because, well, the time was different, right? Like all the products like that were too expensive. Like I think Brown, that is a brand from Gillette, was the one who was the leader in the market at that time, and their motion toothbrush were so expensive, and so maybe well, I realized with this case, I was thinking, okay, so that's why, for example, I don't know, someone creates something like WhatsApp, and then Facebook is a bigger one. Just go and sell and buy it, right? And it happens with a lot of companies. So it is interesting to get to know more about it. So I think I am talking too much.
No, that's great. Really, don't worry. Yeah, you're right. Like, sometimes these companies, they don't have enough employees, and they are focused just in some specific products that they know they are going to have enough revenue and enough profit. So, and they don't invest in enough in innovation, or maybe they focus their innovation, as you said, in these principal products. Like, for example, Procter and Gamble, they are totally focusing on innovation, but in this case they said that they were the only company, or between in this market, that they don't have this kind of brush. They didn't have a electrical brush. So that's very weird, right? Because they used to be the leaders in all the markets. So it was a surprise for me, really.
Yeah, that's nice. So that's
Wait me. I'm going to I'm going to, when you are talking, I'm going to turn off my microphone so we are going to be able to listen you better. If not, it's sounding weird.
Okay, so I feel like I'm alone now. Okay. So, yeah, what you say is true. Companies is just have a market and then they say, okay, let's buy it, right? Or if this one does not want to buy, okay, let's create something equal, no, lower cost, and because we have that's how the market is
Hans, I cannot listen to you very well. I don't know, something is happening with your microphone. Can you hear me like normal without any issue?
Yes, I can hear you without any issue.
Okay, yeah, because there are some weird sounds when you are talking. So
Okay, I'm scared right now.
no, don't worry. It was just in some part.
Okay,
Okay,
it's okay. So,
let's go back to the case.
yeah. So, do you think it's enough with this question, or
Yeah, I think it's enough. It's enough. Yep.
so let's move to the other ones.
Okay. It says, how much is a spin brush worth? How would you place a value on a company?
Okay, so the spin was designed to help the price of $5 or $6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with this we can make estimation of how much revenue they have. Like for example, if we put 5, that Dr. Jones started to sell 6,000 units per day,
Mm-hmm.
right? If we multiply just 5, we can see, well, the revenue were $30,000 per day. That's great. And well, if we just put multiplied by 30, we can say that at 1 month we have $900,000. Well, that's a lot. That's about $1 million. And if we multiply 365, because those are the days in a year, by the $30,000, we are talking that the profits, I'm sorry, the revenues were like $10 million, almost $11 million, because it is $10 million, $900,000. So there is something missing, because when you see that the case, when you go at the pages that are
It's page 6.
The exhibits.
Okay. I thought this information was in page number 6, right?
Yeah. It's in page. But in a bit, the number, I think it's number 12, right?
I'm sorry, my microphone was mute. Yeah, here is the select financial data on consumer goods and companies in page 12. Yeah, the total sales, it says, okay, yeah, Colgate, but this is Colgate, Gillette, Johnson, and Procter & Gamble.
Yeah, but I remember that total sales, like the number of the total sales, and then there below you can see, where was it? What was it? Oh yeah, at the middle of the page it says shares outstanding, and it says equity market value. I don't know if you can see it. When it says equity market value. Are you there? Gloria? 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 Gloria?
Yeah. I'm here. I'm sorry. I don't know how to stop recording.
You stop.
Well, I was not stopped recording. I was stopping my microphone. I was turning off my microphone. Yeah, well, that's what happened. And I didn't realize that happened again. I'm sorry.
Okay. In that page, part you have to with the value of the stock shares or something like that, like bolsa de valores, like the acciones in Spanish. So the professor said that if we do some calculation with total sales and that, we can have the value of the company. But the thing is that we don't have that data of Dr. John's company. So that's why I think we cannot know the exact value of the company. We just can have the total sales of a year.
Yeah, you're right. We cannot have like the total value of the company, but we can realize that really there was a big value just knowing about how many toothbrushes they used to sell per year. Like, and just considering, do you remember that in page number 6, in the first part, like in the first line, when they are talking about the kinds of how is the market divided, like in manual toothbrushes and the power toothbrushes, do you remember? And there is a part where it said that manual toothbrushes comprise some, like, it was like 232 million SKUs, do you imagine? And that was a lot of that was a lot of money in dollar volume.
Yeah.
So, and when we go to the page 12 and we see also like how much is the shares of each other company of the competitors, you can see like Procter and Gamble, they are leading in the segment, and they are having a lot of revenue, and they are having like, just with this information, really we can know that I think that the company had a lot of value. But as you said, there is not like specific information that can let us know how much it was.
Yeah, because for Dr. John, that's we don't specifically. Yeah, but it says that, for example, you for Brown, the division of Gillette, if you, I don't know, if you buy an electric toothbrush, you need to change the heads between 2 or 4 times per year. So if you do the same, like replacing your spin toothbrush or a spin brush, I don't know who was it, then per person, so a person will most likely go and buy 4 times a toothbrush a year. So maybe in a year you can have more revenue than the what we were calculating, right? So it is kind of not a, I don't know how to say. It is not a fixed number, right? It can have a variation. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you listen to me? Yeah? Or my microphone is off? No, it's not off. It's on.
No.
Okay. Let's go to the other question. Okay. Yeah. So at the end, what should John do? We talked about this before.
Well, my show
Okay.
is well, it's a dilemma because I always create something and sell it, right? Maybe it is not an objective idea, but maybe I think he needs to maybe go further with his new company. That's the first one. And the other one, when we talk about a license for using the Crest brand from Procter & Gamble, we are talking that, okay, the spin toothbrush will have the brand of Crest in the toothbrush, but will be the company of, but they will have the that they can have a lot more of production because Procter & Gamble or Crest is going to, I don't know, to be the ones that are going to produce them, or that secure that massive production in order to go to every market they could. So maybe he can, well, that's what I think, maybe he can go more months maybe with his company and then obtain the license for Crest to use the market, and then have the advantage for Procter & Gamble to make a massive production. Can be a win-to-win. ¿Cómo es? Win-to-win. Ganar, win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, you're right. That will be a win-to-win because Procter & Gamble is a #1 company of selling fabric care products. And so he wouldn't have like a competitor. He will gain a lot through this brand. Also, he will reduce any risk about maybe Procter & Gamble decide, okay, we're going to have also a cheap toothbrush and we're going to create it. We have the contacts, we have the money, just do it. And just decide to launch something like that. He reduced totally this risk. And maybe he could have some issues just when he's going to have he has to have a good lawyer for the agreement that he's going to have with Procter & Gamble. but the background of this company of Procter & Gamble is that they are it's a very ethical company. So I think everything is going to be okay. If he's going to have the patent, maybe there is going to be another companies that they are going to launch like products like this one, like a toothbrush that is electrical and cheap and maybe have the same characteristic, and they are not going to pay the fees that they need to pay. But this is a small issue. And maybe in the agreement that he is going to do with Procter & Gamble, he could put in charge of this with to put it to Procter & Gamble. And I think that's all. Hans, are you there? Hans?
I am here.
I am here.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
Yeah, when you were talking about that well, for not having the risk that that's something that I feel to try to comply
with all the giants.
Hans, I cannot. Can you repeat, please? Hans, can you repeat what you said, because I don't.
Oh yeah.
I can't listen you.
I was. I had the fear. Maybe like a cheap product to compete with Dr. Brown's, and then they will like, I don't know, they will like be very competitive with him, and then that's a great risk. So maybe it is better to be an ally with them, because Dr. Brown, I don't think that. Yeah. I have another.
Yeah. So the summary will be like, our recommendation is that he needs to build like for some years just the company, and at the same time he has to get a patent of the product and sell the company to Procter & Gamble, right?
Yeah. So I don't know.
You don't know?
I am sweet.
Then time for develop something else and continue his life.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's right. So he's going to have enough time to develop other products and continue his life after. Yeah, I have. Now is our last question. How do you analyze the case? This case.
I think it is. Yeah. So how we learn to analyze a case or things like that. So, well, I understood that is, first of all, know what is the situation, and then you can do it like reading the first and the last verse of the or parts of the case. And also, when you read, you don't need just read, but you need to think and make questions as you read, and things like that. Are you there? Gloria? Gloria?
Hans, can you listen to me? Hans?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm
Can you
here.
listen?
Can you listen?
Yeah, now I can listen to you. There was like maybe 30 seconds that I couldn't listen to you. Okay. How do you analyze a case? It's my turn now.
Yeah, or just
Yeah,
add
or
some
just add
things.
some things.
Okay. So you are right. Like we have to start reading the first part and the last part. That's something important. And also, something the advice that I have followed is not to be so focused on reading like each word. I have been thinking in what was happening. I was like trying to be in the shoes of Dr. Jones, and I was trying to ask myself like, how did he realize to do this, and how he did decide to, for example, start writing all the things that he was learning, and how did he decide to have these partners, and what was the key of his success in the previous businesses that he has, what was his learning experiences with these other companies that he started, what kind of challenges maybe he had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So I was
like
I was making a lot of questions to myself while I was reading. That was the thing that I did, just to analyze the case.
yeah, and that's great.
that's great.
You're learning.
You're learning.
And how do you say it? Hypothesis? I don't remember. Hypothesis, like to assume a position, right? Of what it should be the outcome, and also look for some data, and because if you do not need to make some math, they say that there is something missing, right? I don't like math, but okay. Identify if there is a product
Identify if there is a product
or a decision.
or a decision.
So it's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, you're right. These small details, yeah, they were helpful to know about what is happening, like, and how is everything working. Like the details, for example, that you were showing me in the page 12 about the competitors, yeah, help us to understand that there was a real business for sure, and there was profit in this segment, and yeah, you're right. Hey, so I think we finished the case, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we did it.
there is
There is
right what
what
let's say what learn to ask as a, are you there?
Okay. If I okay, this kind of sounds a little bit funny, but I have this question.
Yeah.
I don't know why I am. No, I know why, but I'm super interested about how to help others to be better, and I am interested to know like what experiences he had that help him to be an innovative person, and help him to be looking for opportunities to see the needness of others. So why his behavior is like that?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so my question is the following. So what kind of experiences he had when he was a child, for example, or when he was a young person, that help him to realize I need to learn to learn how to learn to see the neatness of other people, or I have to learn how to be an innovative person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's something that for me is interesting, because one day I'm going to be a mom and I want to know how can I help my children to be like that. Makes sense?
yeah, like
Yeah.
to be on a
Like
good.
Yeah. Uh-huh. What about you?
It mentioned
That
that
did
the
business
business of that
was a study,
was a study.
right? And so it says like he observed that had that and wearing second-hand clothes had become fashionable in late 60s. So his store of clothes was a success, and it says that Osher was able to sell it at a profit. So maybe when he was studying, just for get some money, he started a business. Then he realized that he can have a good profit with that. And then when
And
he
then
was
when he was, I don't
jobs, and when there was the crisis, the energy crisis, he observed that something was happening, like in a crisis, right? Everything changes in the environment of people. So he, I think he observed the situation, and he just realized that there was an opportunity to maybe sell something that can help people in that situation. I think, like for
Yeah.
example,
like for example,
Mhm.
like I
like I
seen, like for example, uh, Bon Jovi is going to sing at this stadium, and there are people who go and sell, I don't know, posters or key lockers or things like that, or souvenirs of Bon Jovi, and they go, and I don't know where they are in the rest of the year, but they just appear and sell something, right? Because they see like there is something happening and they see an opportunity. So
so
I think because of that crisis, he started to be more observer and look for opportunities, because I think observer, and even if you are creative, you must also want to pursue opportunities to be an entrepreneur, right? Are you there?
Yeah, you're right. But you're right. Like, you can be a great observer. You can be in somebody that love innovating, but there has to be something external that motivate you to do that. So I want to know if it's just experiences, if with people that maybe tell you something to be in this way, because I can feel like um, I don't know if he have the neatness of something specific. But why? Why? Because there is many people really that they can be in any environment and they don't see. There was something that helped him to be a better observer. And if I will be in front of him, I will ask him like, what kind of experiences help like lead you to be a better observer? Like to be observing about the neatnesses of other people. There was something else, but I don't know what. So maybe one day, if I am in front of him, I am going to ask him that.
Well, I think it's a,
so
because there are
because
people
there are
who
people
just
who
don't.
just don't.
There are people who are observers, and because of experience in their life, they decide to be observers, and there are ones that just decide like, okay, no, I don't care. So I think it's a decision, like anything in life, right? and then you develop it to be, I don't know, but that's the thing that I was thinking.
Okay, thank you for sharing this with me. Hey, do you have any question that you will?
I know, but I think at the end it says
The end says that
summary.
summary.
We need to
Starts.
Are you there? Hey. Gloria.
Yeah, my microphone again. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm here.
You need to
Need to
your name.
your name.
The instructor will know
Will know.
the summary. So because we need to summary our votes and final decisions or thoughts. So
Okay, okay, I'm going to summary my final decision.
Okay.
Okay, my final decision is that he should like continue working in this project, maybe 1-2 years, yeah, the most 3 years, and after at the same time he needs to get the patent of that toothbrush before somebody else is going to do it, and before having a meeting with Procter & Gamble to try to sell them this product. And after, he has to go and he has to sell the product to Procter & Gamble for sure. And as I told you before, he has to make a good agreement with them and try to avoid like future risk. I think that he has to have very clear, like he has to make an evaluation of future or possible risks that the product can have, and evaluate them and try to mitigate them with the agreement. And he can continue doing another businesses, starting new ideas, new projects, and he needs to help people. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my position is like he needs to develop his company in months, and then of Crest to put the brand that says Crest on the toothbrush, and having the advantage to make a massive production of the toothbrush, get more markets, make more profits for a time, like some years, and maybe then this evaluate if he wants to completely sell it or not to Procter & Gamble. It was a nice case to evaluate. I have learned a lot as you.
Yeah, I have learned a lot too.
Huh?
No, I have learned a lot, like you said too.
Yeah. Well, that's all.
That's all.
That's all. I'm going to stop the emission.